In this video, we're going to talk about a Ring doorbell that's not getting any power. We're going to troubleshoot it. We're going to do it right now. A little while back, I made an install video on how to install the Ring doorbell. If you haven't seen it and you need to know how to install one, you can check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. To start, I want to mention a couple things that I didn't mention in that video or were misunderstood. I got a lot of comments for. Before you start working on your doorbell, you should disconnect the power at the panel. Find the breaker and just switch it off. And also, if you hook this up to an existing doorbell with power, you should not have to remove the Ring doorbell to charge it. That's only if you don't have an existing doorbell and you're just using it through your mobile app. With that being said, if you don't have power, and you should, with the wires to the existing doorbell, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to figure out why you don't have power. So out here on the back door, I have the Ring doorbell set up. So what should happen is you should see this light up, and then when you push this, the doorbell itself makes a noise and the Ring doorbell makes a noise. So I also have a doorbell on the front, but it's not a Ring. It's just a regular doorbell. So when I push this, you also hear the doorbell. So mine's working properly. If you push the Ring doorbell and it's hooked up to this doorbell in your house and it doesn't go off, then this video is for you. Also, if you look at your Ring app and you go to devices, and for me it's back door, and you go to device health and you look up here at power status, mine says very good right now. If yours says poor or very poor, as long as it says good or very good, you know you're all set. But if it says poor or anything other than good or very good, then you're going to have an issue with your power. So this would be a good place to start if you don't have any power. This is my panel in the basement, and these are all my breakers. And this right here is the transformer. And what this does basically is it takes 120 volts and it transforms it into low voltage. It goes up to the doorbell on the wall and then out to the doorbells, and that's where you get the power to make the noise for the doorbell. This a lot of times is attached to the panel. Sometimes it's in the wall somewhere, attached to a stud, 2x4 in the wall, or some kind of junction box. But regardless, there's always going to be power coming into the panel that powers your doorbell. The doorbell could actually be attached to a couple other things. So if you have like a light out in your house and the doorbell doesn't work, and it's generally in the same area or on the same floor, that could be the breaker that tripped, or you could have a bad breaker or something wrong with the line. So the first thing I would do is go through all these breakers and make sure that they're all on. The ones that should be on are on. This one is like an extra, so I don't want to touch that. But just make sure all your breakers are on. And if that is the case, then you should have power going to at least your doorbell. It would be a good idea to make sure these wires are nice and tight, shut the breaker off, and then tighten these up. Some other things to look for on the inside of the doorbell: make sure all these wires are tightened. Again, shut the breaker off before you stick a screwdriver in there, but make sure all these wires look good and that they're tight. And if you have a wire nut, make sure no wires popped out of the wire nut. Make sure that's nice and tight. That could be another issue, some loose wiring in the doorbell itself. Another thing to think about is when the doorbell stopped working. Has it never worked, or did it just happen recently? For instance, maybe you hung up a key rack like this or something, and you put this screw in and maybe it hit a wire behind the wall. It's possible. The door's right here, doorbell's right there, the doorbell wire could go up right there, and maybe that's what happened. If that's the case, you're gonna have to open the wall up and fix the wire. Hopefully that's not it. We're gonna try some other things. The next thing you could do to see if you do have power from the breaker to the doorbell. Maybe another doorbell in your house works and this one doesn't. You can take an old doorbell. More than likely you took one of these off to put this one on, and we can use this to test the lines to make sure that it's working. If you don't have the doorbell that you took off of here to replace it, you could take it from another door if you have another doorbell somewhere, or you could even borrow it from a neighbor if you wanted to. Maybe you could buy one, you know, just a cheap one, or ask a friend. Basically what the doorbell does is when you push this, it completes the circuit and connects those two wires together. And you didn't hear it from me, but if you had the wires out and they were live and you touched them together, all that would happen would be the doorbell would go off and you would know that the wires and everything were good and that the issue was with the Ring doorbell itself. But you did not hear that from me. I recommend shutting the breaker off every time you work on this. If somebody else installed this and you don't know, there's 2 screws on the bottom that you just have to loosen up in order to get this off. Once you do that, you can pull this right up and off. You can take your wires, first of all, make sure that they're nice and tight, and if they're not tight, then tighten them up, see if that does the trick. Or you can take this off, and we're going to put these wires and connect them to the doorbell. It doesn't matter which wire goes where, and test this doorbell and see if it works. And if it works, that means that everything is good in the house. This up. Now you turn the breaker on, and that's a good sign. This has a light up doorbell, and if I push this, you can hear it works. So that means everything, all the lines in the house are good, and there's something wrong with your Ring doorbell. So here's a scenario where your Ring might not work. I'll leave this open so you can hear, you'll be able to hear the Ring go off, but you won't hear the doorbell on the inside. So something's not working here. And I know the power's on. I checked my breakers. I know that another doorbell works. So let's take this off and see what's going on. So I have my wires hooked up. They're nice and tight. I checked them. But if you look up here, these screws right here are sticking out. They're not screwed down all the way. This panel right here with these contacts have to come in contact with these ones right here in order for this to work. And what's happening is the screws are pushing it out, and it's not ringing on the inside of the house. What could even happen is this could be uneven. You could have this screw all the way in, and maybe one of these screws is holding this back, and you tighten these down here, and that's why the Ring actually stays on here, but it's not hooked in here, and it's not making contact with these. So when you install this, you need to make sure the screws are flush, and if whatever you're securing it to is uneven, you might have an issue with this being uneven. So if this is a little out of whack, it could cause these contacts to not make contact and not work. If on the side here you see there's a gap right there, that's going to cause an issue. So you need it nice and flush and lock it down. Turn the breaker back on, and you're good to go. So if you notice that your Ring isn't charging, or the doorbell in your house isn't working but the Ring is working, those could be a couple things to look for to get it back to working condition. There could also be problems with the lines in the walls. If none of this stuff worked, you might have some wiring issues, or maybe the transformer went bad. Breakers can even go bad. So if it comes down to a bigger issue where it comes to the electrical side of it, I would recommend getting an electrician to troubleshoot it, but these are some of the basic things you can do on your own. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if it's your first time, make sure you subscribe, and you can check out some of my other content here and here-ish, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and We'll see you next time.